I had a really busy weekend, actually a busy week. But this Saturday, I had a concert to go to. Me and my babies, we went to a concert, went to the venue, got parking, got out into the venue, checked our tickets not working. We're at the wrong venue. I took my babies to the wrong venue. So we got to book it back to the car, right? Book it back to the car, go across town to the right venue. And I'm embarrassed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I took my babies to the wrong venue. Now we got to go to the real venue. So I'm booking it down to San Diego State, down to the real venue where the concert is. And I'm like, and I like to leave early because I like to find off-street parking. You know how I feel about knowing the venue and knowing where the off-street parking is. And I like to find off-street parking. So I'm kicking myself and I'm like, oh my God, well, it's later now, we're going to make it okay. But the parking. So I'm talking to the Lord and I'm like, Lord, please let me find parking, off-street parking, some really good off-street parking. I go down the street, there's parking, I park, we get out, we're walking towards the venue and the security is like, did you guys park down there? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, look, the residents don't like people parking when there's an event. So if I'm just telling you, the residents don't like that. So you can't be parking there. He said, but there is a parking spot right here. It was a parking spot right on the corner, right? So I run all the way back to the got I whip the car around. I tell my girls to go stand in that spot. They don't do it because they're chicken. But anyway, God protected that spot. I got my car, parked into that spot. We get into the venue. We're all cool. That's Saturday. Sunday, I got an event in LA. And I'm leaving and realizing that the traffic is horrific. It's more horrific than normal, right? And I should know better, right? Going to LA. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have left earlier. I'm just beating myself up about not leaving earlier. And I'm like, I gotta get to this place early. I was late last year. I need to be there early. I said, God, I need to find good off-street parking. And I want to find it right on Vine, right? In LA, right on Vine. Right around the corner from the venue. Let me find parking, right? Get down there, get off Gower, go up the street to Vine, looking on my left-hand side, don't see any parking. Whip a U-turn, come back around past the venue, there's parking. I find parking. So I park right around the corner from the venue. So what's my point? My point is that I want you guys to try to practice, not just try, but do practice asking this week. Today is Monday. Practice asking. For those of you who are not used to that, it's going to be good because you're going to be surprised. You got to believe though. If you're not a believer, then 9 times out of 10, this is not going to work for you. But if you're believing from your heart and you ask, you will receive. So practice asking. And for those of you, this is commonplace for you. You're always receiving favor. You always have these kinds of things happen to you. You've forgotten to testify. You've forgotten to tell people how good God has been to you and what he's done for you. So I need for you to go ahead and practice today, telling people how good he has been and what exactly it is. So this is why I'm doing this, to encourage you to, again, ask. It will not hurt to just ask, no matter how small it is, no matter how big it is, just ask. And for those of you this always happens to, start telling people. People need to hear good news. We're sick of hearing bad news. People need to hear good news, and that is for you. All right. Love you. Toodle pip.